Gold Town. Gary wasn't lost, just off course. A wrong turn past the interstate, a missed junction, and suddenly he was driving through desert scrub with no signal and no traffic for miles. The bag of stolen gold coins sat on the passenger seat, heavy enough to thump against the door whenever he hit a bump. After another 20 minutes, he rolled into a town that looked like it had died before radios were common. A sun-bleached sign leaned sideways. Welcome to Dry Gulch, established 1871, population 0. Most of the buildings sagged. The sheriff's office had no roof. The saloon still had the door though, and a faint glow inside. He stepped in. A man sat at a table near the bar. Old, wiry, clothes straight out of a museum, beard like desert brush, hat brim curled with age. "Evening," the man said. "Name's Pete." Gary nodded. "Didn't think anyone lived out here." Pete shrugged. "Dry Gulch was lively once. Miners, traders, drifters. Now it's quiet. I stayed. Habit, I guess." He poured Gary a drink from a bottle with a label worn blank. They talked, or rather Pete talked, and Gary listened because there wasn't much else to do. Pete leaned back and began his story. "Dry Gulch used to be lively," he said. "Back when the mines were running, and back when Blackjack Boone rode through." Gary raised an eyebrow. "Who's that?" Pete smiled. "Fastest draw in the territory. Mean bastard. Robbed stagecoaches, trains, prospectors. Anyone with something shiny." Gary smirked. "Sounds like a legend." "Oh, he was real," Pete said. "Real enough to put 3 sheriffs in the ground. 4th one didn't wait his turn. Townsfolk pulled their money to hire a man from Yavapai County. Caught Boone outside Dry Gulch. Shot him clean through the heart." Pete took a sip. "They buried him quick, but folks swore they saw him long after. Riders on the ridge at night. A shadow moving between the buildings. Lantern light where there weren't lanterns. Some said Boone kept looking for gold he never got to spend." Gary rolled his eyes. "Ghost cowboy, sure." Pete shrugged. "People see what they expect." Gary stood. "Gonna take a leak." He stepped outside. The desert night was cold and still. His car sat where he'd left it, the bag of coins visible on the seat through the window. When he came back in, the saloon was empty. Pete was gone. The bottle was gone. The chair Pete had been sitting on was pushed neatly under the table. Gary hurried outside. The car door was open. The passenger seat was empty. The bag of gold was gone. He searched the saloon. He searched the street. He searched the whole damn town. Nothing. He wasn't about to wander the desert in the dark, so he sat in the saloon and waited for sunrise. At dawn, a police cruiser rolled into Dry Gulch, slow, cautious, like the officers weren't sure the place was real. They'd been tracking him since the robbery. He didn't resist. As they walked in toward the car, something caught his eye behind the saloon. A small fenced patch of ground, a single grave marker leaning forward like he wanted to speak. He stopped. The epitaph read, "Prospector Pete, 1843 to 1922. He swore he'd never rest until he struck gold." The soil at the base of the grave was freshly disturbed, and sticking out of the earth, half buried, was the canvas handle of the stolen coin bag.